Hi there, Cheryl Truesdale, and I am thrilled that you're here with me for this week's episode of Cheryl Shares TV, your station for inspiration. And in case you notice that I'm in a different location, you are right. I'm just up at my cabin here in Utah. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to dive into today's topic and ask you, have you ever experienced tension in any of your relationships? If so, you are going to love this week's episode because I'm going to share a powerful solution for strained relationships. This solution will reduce frustration and tension in your relationships so that you can enjoy the connection and the intimacy that you desire. So if you have any relationships that need some improving, well, you're in the right place at the right time. And I love what I'm going to share with you today because it literally saved my marriage. And I actually came across this solution in a marriage counseling session. And I believe it comes from the Eggriches. They are a couple who wrote the program Love and Respect. Great information if you're married, by the way. But before I get into the solution, I want to share a little bit from my own personal struggle with strained relationships. You see, what I discovered was a lot of the strain in the relationship was being caused by the strife I was creating by my desperate need to be right. Have you ever found yourself quarreling over who's right and who's wrong? Yeah, well then you know the tension that I'm talking about. Well, my desperate need to prove that I was right all the time was actually being fed by my fear of rejection. You see, I believe that if someone didn't agree with me, that meant that they didn't accept me. I equated differences with rejection. And once I started becoming defensive because of my perceived rejection, then I became desperate to prove that they were wrong and I was right, to get them to accept me so my feelings of rejection would go away. Can you imagine the strain in my relationships? It was crazy. So how do we avoid this nasty trap? Well, let me share a little of my insights. So the best way to avoid this sneaky trap really comes down to learning to remain open to people when differences cause you to disagree. So remaining open is the key. And the first step toward remaining open is to acknowledge the fear of rejection and also to just be aware of the way it affects your relationships. Just by being more aware of what you're bringing into your interactions empowers you to turn defensive reactions into purposeful responses. Meaning, instead of reacting out of a fear of rejection, making you want to have to prove you're right, you can choose to respond with an open attitude. So, what does it look like to respond with an open attitude toward people when differences come up? That is just what today's solution is all about. So to remain open, start by recognizing that differences are normal. Because we are all different, it's natural that we all see things differently. The only time differences become a problem is when we perceive them as a threat. Differences are just differences. So if you want to remain open next time differences come up so that you can have more meaning and connection in your relationships, try this. The next time you feel that need to prove that you're right, here's how you're going to remain open. I want you to stop, take a deep breath, and then just say these words. Not right, not wrong, just different. Let's go over that one more time. When you feel the need to prove yourself or defend yourself, simply stop, take a deep breath, and say, not right, not wrong, just different. Well, I hope you wrote those words down because this simple solution has helped me so much. As soon as I say these words, I drop my guard and I feel the need to defend myself and prove myself just fade away. Imagine experiencing great relationships because differences become a non-issue. Imagine being able to look past differences and enjoy deeper connection because of that. So say goodbye to tension and frustration and hello to happy, healthy relationships. So there you have it, my friend, a powerful solution that will ease the strain in your relationships and increase the intimacy and the connection you truly desire. Seriously, I use this solution probably daily, and my husband will testify how much it's improved our marriage. So the next time you feel a disagreement coming on, I want you to try this powerful solution and then let me know how it's working for you. It means so much to me when I hear back from you, and you can leave your comments over at CherylTruesdale.com. So, do you feel inspired now? If so, would you like to inspire someone? Someone you know that could use a little love, hope, and inspiration to brighten their day? Got someone in mind? Then all you need to do to make a difference in their life right now is simply share this video with them. I am truly honored that you joined me for today's episode of Cheryl Shares TV. And to make sure you get your dose of inspiration every week, just head on over to CherylTuesdale.com and sign up for email updates. That way you'll never miss an episode. And remember, you are amazing. You do matter, and you most certainly do deserve to live a happy life that you love. And I'll see you next week, my friend. Bye.